Alright guys, what's up? This is how you use the youth pedal board, and for all you guitarists out here, this is how you will be effective on a Wednesday night. So first of all, what you want to do is go head backstage and turn on your amp, turn on the ISO cab, the air system, make sure you turn that little fan on, and then go ahead and close that ISO cab, make sure it's totally latched, and then grab the pedal board that's on the second shelf, and you put it right here behind the spike tape. And then, whether you're on the left side or right side, doesn't matter. You'll have this little pocket right here. Go ahead and lift it up. And you will have your instrumental cable that's connected to the SGI. So make sure that's connected, it should be. And then you also have your IEC cable. Go ahead and grab those out, make it look nice and clean, and close it. And then, what you want to do is connect the IEC. Go like that. Connect the IEC. Voila, you have power. And then what you want to do is you notice that right now it's plugged in the left in. Take your instrumental cable from the pocket and plug it into left out. Boom. And now you're all set up. You have those. I have it all nice and clean looking right there. And then plug in your other instrumental cable, plug it into the tuner. And this is what connects to your guitar. So your single chain runs from your guitar in through this instrumental cable to the pedal board. And the first thing you have is a tuner. You have your compressor, you have your overdrive, your tap, an auxiliary switch which controls the eventide time factor. This is your volume pedal. And then you have your reverb. So that's the basics of how to set it up. Next thing is to go through how to use the pedal board. So first of all, you always want to make sure that you tune. So here you have your tuner. And notice how it's set up. When the tuner's on, no sound is going through. And also when the volume pedal is down like that, when it's down, no volume is going through to the amp, okay? So, make sure you tune up, and then it goes through to the, first thing is the compressor. The level should be pretty much set. And then it goes to the overdrive, which I would say for all the faster songs, make sure the Archer overdrive is on. Softer songs, you might need to turn it off, but most likely you just keep it on. And then from there goes the volume pedal. Make sure you get some good swells in there and whatnot. But the most important thing is to learn how to utilize these two pedals. So first up is the eventide time factor. And this is how we do all of our different type of delays. And so what you notice is that we will have all the delays likely put in for you for the week, unless Carson or Michael, whoever is leading, Jesse, they will be inputting them for you. But if you have the time and you want to learn how to use it, you should download the H9 application for your computer. It's really easy. You can get all the delay settings already, and you can mess around with that. So most likely those will be inputted for it. So what we have here is we have banks and the settings per bank. So there are a lot of different banks. Right now I have it limited to 5, but each bank has 2 delay settings in it, 1 and 2. When the LED light is on, that means it's on that setting. So the first song and the first bank is Unstoppable God. Love Goes On is the second one. So you notice that second song and the first bank is Love Goes On. So first song, first bank, first song, second bank. How you change the banks, because you play more than 2 songs, is if this is right, this button right here is the bank up. Now we're on bank 2, so there'll be 2 songs on bank 2. So you notice song 1 and bank 2, this I believe. I'll show it here in a second. Boom. Song 1, bank 2. Go to here, song 2 of bank 2 with one voice, what we're playing this week. Song 2 of bank 2. And there are I've loaded, so there's 5 banks, only 5 banks you have to scroll through for any type of troubleshooting. And if it's not working for some reason, if you hit it again, the bypass is on, so if the LED light's off, the delay is not working on your guitar signal. That's how you turn it back on, activate it. And if for some reason stuff gets mixed up, and there's more banks that you have to scroll through, there are 50 banks, and so also have, say, bank 5, and there's a lot of different banks, and you need more control over the Eventide. Come over here to the auxiliary switch, and so what happens here is has 3 different functions. So the first one right here is the tap tempo. So say you're on Ensemble God. For some reason we decided to speed it up by a little bit. Right now the tap is at 136. You can increase it to, say you wanted to get it to 139, then you can tap in the tempo for it. What you do is you allow the song to start, you hear it, dun, 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 dun. So you can just tap in the tempo for that. You don't have to, it's easy to use. And say you're in bank 2, you need to get to the first bank, but you don't want to scroll through all the other banks. This button right here is bank down, which they don't have the capability on here to do it, but you can bank down right here. Goes down to bank 1. So you go up to, so you're on bank 5, and there's a lot more banks to go through. Go ahead and bank back down to 1, which is great. And this top one just does the different function where it gets you to the other function of the time factor, which we don't need, but just in case you see that's what's happening, you accidentally hit it, just know you just got to hit it again. Troubleshooting. There you go. Okay, and then say right here is the blue sky. This is your reverb. And for the reverb, when none of the LEDs are on, reverb is not working. Okay? It's not activating on your tone at all. So if you don't want any reverb, make sure none of the LED lights are on. When you hit the bypass, when that LED light is on, this is how we have it set up. LED lights on. What is dialed in right here, this whole setting right here, is activating on your tone. Alright? It will reverb on your delay, all of your tone, into your amplifier. So that is what's currently going. So all the fast songs, we have this reverb setting pretty set for it, so you don't really have to adjust a whole lot. And let's see here. Yeah, so all the faster songs, that's all you really need. Or say there's a lead line and a slower song that this would really go well with. But to get a really wet reverb, we have a favorite saved right there. Boom. If you want that for the slower songs, whatever going on, click that LED light on, and we have a saved reverb. Say it's like the lead line of I Surrender or Anchor, or anything that really needs a lot of reverb. Boom, hit that on. But if there's a point where there's a solo or something and you don't need it that wet, just click it off. You still have some reverb going on. So that is the overview of the pedal board. If you have any questions, go ahead, text who is, or email whoever is leading for that week, and we can get it going. Remember, if there's no sound, make sure that the tuner is off, and then make sure the volume pedal's up, and then we can troubleshoot from there. And then also make sure that all the cables are connected correctly, and you will be successful. Afterwards, go ahead and unplug everything and put the pedal board back on the second shelf. Make sure that your amp is off and the fan is off for the ISO cab, and leave it open so it can ventilate.